Welcome to the What You Ought to Know State of the Union Address. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can stop now. No, really, shut it, people. Oh, let me start the speech. The State of the Union Address is happening. Right now. But here you are, watching this show. Yeah, you know what he's gonna say anyway. Let's start with the economy. We are hosed. Obama may not say it that way, but if you add up everything else he does say, it'll be that plus a little, we can make it through if we work together as Americans. Tacked on the end. Oh, and P.S. we blew through $750 billion to try and get things fixed, and it didn't work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I'm not blaming Obama. It's not his fault, just his idea. I mean, the Congress made it happen. They just didn't watch the bailout show. Now is not a good time to say, let's just throw some more money on the fire. So he won't be talking about stimulus. You won't be hearing that word for a long time. Next, healthcare. In case you missed it, here's the story so far. The plan was to make everything fair and better for you, the average American, by doing a bunch of backroom deals with big businesses and then take money from Medicare and put more people on Medicare and start paying into the system years before benefits actually kick in. Yeah, it's really complicated and very technical. I mean, you can't even begin to understand it without reading a 1,000-page document, which none of the people voting on it have, apparently. Even the party that's pushing it can't agree on what it should and shouldn't cover. I mean, no wonder it's going nowhere. So what else is he gonna talk about? Campaign promises? I figure he'll have to dodge those just like he'd dodge a bullet. What, don't say bullet? We got in trouble saying that before. He'll especially have to avoid the promises he hasn't kept and focus on the war in Iraq. No, wait, don't ask, don't tell. No, what was that one he kept? Oh, change! The national debt has gone up. Mission accomplished. You know, or maybe he could focus on how Michelle is going to take on child obesity. That might be a good dodge. Maybe he should talk about that. All your fat babies will become thin babies. By executive mandate. And then there's bipartisanship. Fail or epic fail? Which do you think? Unfortunately for him, there aren't too many issues where both extremes agree on the problem and the solution. So maybe the Republicans won't play nice and stop trying to kill your healthcare reform. Or you'll never get the John McCain party crossover bipartisan achievement badge, like you always wanted. But who cares? You're a Nobel laureate for doing that thing that you haven't got to yet. So maybe the Democrats will keep infighting and they'll never move their agenda forward in any meaningful way. But there is one thing you can do. One thing that can separate you from all past presidents. And it's not being black, that's a gimme. I'm sorry, African American. No. I'm sorry, I mean Kenyan, British, Indonesian American. Person of color? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to say. But like Harry Reid, if you examine my past history, I'm not a racist. So we're good, right? No, really. Are we good? What were we talking about again? Yeah, that thing, that one thing that you can do to keep from being just another party politician. Listen, if you really want change, if you really want things to turn around, you can do it. And here's how. Make good on your government transparency campaign promise. The people want it. The only people who don't are the philandering politicians. Because if they have to go on record, they can't do all the shady backroom deals to benefit themselves and their lobbies without torpedoing their careers. But you say, how? I'm just one man. What can I do? One man who happens to be the President of the United States. All you have to do is say, I will veto all bills that come across my desk where the talks were not openly, publicly disclosed to the American people, and then stick to it. No matter how good that bill is, you can't sign it if it came from behind closed doors. Stick to your guns. They will have to follow. And you'll make transparency the hallmark of your presidency. Just put the screws to the professional politicians and get a bipartisan majority of the electorate on your side. That spells 4 more years. Do it, and you'll make American political history for the 2nd time. Wait, first black president, spent nearly $1 trillion. 3rd time, you will make American political history for the 3rd time. It will work. I swear on the Quran, it'll work.